Oh, what a night. Do, do, do. So,
On a Thursday, Friday night. What nights are there?
However the song goes, I don't know. I don't care. That was. I'm not just happy about the result. I'm just so happy about the performance was better. The like passion from the team was better. Everything was better. It was really nice. I'll let you guys speak first.
Lazio.
Talk about them. We're the same. Joe, summarize that performance.
Well, well, I'd like to apologise if I got a red head because I punched myself in the face celebrating at the end there. I think that sums up the performance there. Oh man, what a night, what a morning, whatever time it is where you're watching it. Just couldn't be prouder of what the boys did and how everyone dug in, and there's nothing to complain about. It was just amazing to go away. Like there was, I think over the 2 Champions League and Europa League quarterfinals, there was 3 away wins, and we were one of them. That's how hard it is to go do what we did in that atmosphere. Just amazing. But someone else say something really happy about it too.
I'm going to pass over to Deej in a sec. I'm just going to say big up to Drew, big up to Nathan, big up to Ridley. Few at the end, but I thought we could have won that by more. You're not a member, Flywire, but hi anyway. Billy and okay. You bloody ripper. Is that right? Is that the accent right? And of course,
ripper, mate.
Sean the Gooner Slayer, you legend, mate. Guys, I'm in the car on the way. I had to pull over to text. I'm listening. So happy for Ange and the team and all the fans that hung in there. And the fans were great as well. Yeah, it was just, we've reached a semi and I have a semi. Deej, over to you. What did you make of that performance?
I mean, I think it really it was, I think if like going back and looking at the first leg, it was kind of what we were saying is that they were pretty tight defensively, but they just don't offer anything scary attacking wise. Outside of realistically, like a couple of like sort of crosses and then like Ekatike's chance in the first leg before like the 80th minute when we had decided to close up shop, essentially, they really didn't offer much. Even when we were 1-0 ahead and kind of cruising through the beginning of the second half, I still thought we had the lion's share of the chances.
Yeah.
So I thought we played really well. I thought that I'm glad that penalty was given, because if it wasn't, then I think that would have been a sign that football's just not for me, because I'm clearly unaware of any sort of rule. I'm honestly slightly surprised that there wasn't a red card for reckless play there. But
I thought that too. Go on.
I can't complain too much. We actually got a goal kick when the ball went off of Udogi and then back off of Christensen and then out of bounds. Like that never happens. And I knew that today was going to be lucky when in the beginning we had the U.S. commentary, which is dog. Like they spent, to give you a context for the U.S. commentary, they spent the entire first leg praising the referee that we all yeah. So they kept cutting out, so they ended up having to switch to the Tottenham broadcast. So I knew it was going to be a good day then. So I got to listen to someone way less jarring. Thank God.
Yeah. And Kem says they worked their socks off, a professional performance. But there was other things, guys. It wasn't just there was 2 or 3 moments. Some of you guys saw these little things as well, like that maybe were nothing. I mean, I was making them up in my head, but there was a pass that Maddison made a really nice run in the box, and Udogi messed up the pass, or didn't mess. Well, he just didn't notice the run, and you could see them both like, I make that run. So I was like, wait a second. There's signs suddenly that we've been wanting to see and not seeing, that they kind of know what they're trying to do, even if they're not executing it. But before, it kind of looked like, do you guys know what you're trying to do? Have you played enough together where you know what you're trying to do? And then when Ekatike went through on goal 1-on-1 and Van der Ven did that great last-ditch tackle, Fikayo and him was straight over, and Van der Ven was like, yeah, kind of like, I know I was meant to. Like, suddenly there were like all these signs of players saying, I know I was supposed to do that, my bad. Like, it was like the cohesion. They knew what they were supposed to be doing. You could see when they made a mistake, they were conscious of what that mistake was, which was to me is a massive step forward. Do you guys notice anything like that, or am I being swayed by a result?
No, I mean, Vicario yells at everyone whenever anything happens.
That's true.
But, yeah, the accountability was there. Everyone was trying. When things weren't playing off, it was just, let's keep going, let's keep pushing. I mean, it's one of those points where we need to get through the first sort of 10 minutes of this pod just to calm down. So we can actually say something normal, because I'm just so pumped. Go on, Johnny, say something good.
Go on, Johnny. Sum it up, mate.
Jesus, I don't know. Like I can't.
I feel like we've won 10-0. I don't know what I'm
Leon
saying.
just scored. Just
Yes.
throwing that out
What,
there.
Leon are winning as well. They're knocking Man United out, thing stand.
Mhm.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is good. This is good. This is good.
It's everything that everyone's wanted for so long in that performance, I think.
Yes.
I mean, we were, even just at the end there, just the Kulu and Destiny both just taking it down, killing that time, and just the professional performance of across the board at the end there. Danso coming on and securing it up. It was Bergvall today was, normally you see him carrying and we're all excited about him, but his defensive work today was incredible. He was incredible defensively, and that made us so secure. His sort of desire to defend it was just across the board. I can't say anyone didn't play great today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought
His
everyone was
passing as
really
well.
good. Yeah,
Romero's passing was just like, the amount of times that guy is the core reason behind a chance from the back is why, even though I know people are like, he doesn't want to be here, sell him, or what, you can't rush into selling a player like that. If you can hold on to him an extra year without any issues, you hold on to him for another year, because you're not going to get someone in of that level unless you absolutely nail the transfer, even if he's not available that much. I think he can be frustrating. But Johnny, you haven't really said your piece yet. I feel like, are you lost for words? Are you just content? Are you going to cry?
It's
like
just, it's just
okay, you can cry.
God, I mean, it's 4 days since I was at the Wolves game. It just seems ridiculous. And you know, Romero tonight compared to Romero on Sunday, it's just ridiculous, the difference. I mean, now I don't want to come on here and say anything negative, because that was, you know, you watch games down the years, and it's like teams. We might not have been pretty, but like definitely over the 2 legs, we really, really deserved it. And that was a test of character tonight for our players, to go to their very hostile atmosphere. Their players were doing everything they could to get on the refs' back, as were the fans. And, you know, there was a couple of little loose challenges. I was a bit nervous when Bentancur got his yellow, and then at the end when Romero you know, got very enthusiastic and got booked as well. I mean, I don't know if there's any situation regarding suspensions. Is there for the semi-finals? I didn't hear anything on that score. But
I don't think so. I think they would have mentioned it.
Romero has
just a really mature performance, and I think exactly what Joe was just saying there about, like, to see Bergvall. I mean, he made a really naive mistake on Sunday for that final goal, and then there were a few times in that sort of last 10-15 minutes when, you know, he probably would have been much more inclined to just sort of drop his shoulders and try and beat a man or play the ball forward, and he was much more measured, much more calm, and allowed us just to take the sting out of the game. And I know it was a really mature performance, really full of character, and it's like, it is mad that you know, and it's really reassuring as well, because you think you sort of question, especially after Wolves, really question, do they have that in them, you know, anymore? And you know, we've still got 3 games to go to lift the trophy. We still got to get 2 games to get into the final. But like, there's nobody there that, you know, Tottenham should be scared of. And it's a feel good, isn't it? After everything we've been through, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. But we're in our second semi-final, and yeah, it's exciting. It's great. We've got a few more weeks to enjoy the season, whatever happens. You know, we're going into May now with something really live at stake, and it's brilliant. Really, really happy. So happy.
And I just want to quickly say hi to Howard, of course. How are you, Howard, mate? I hope you really enjoyed that. And also just to Ross, you've changed your name. Ross J. Spurs Simpsons. You've changed it, but hey, Ross. Hypernoise, of course. Mick.
All right, hi,
Kem, the legend. Stu, how are you, my friend? Drew again. Hey again, Drew. And I just want to, Enikoma, good to see you, mate. Yeah, love to see all the members. If you do want to be a member, do sign up. We do like 2 or 3 members videos a week now for our members. Like, we're all in. We're all in. But as one of our non-members, YTAC says, I have to call it out because he back 5 today. Like, I think it was quite funny when Ange did that. It was like the commentators were too scared to talk about it, even though they were thinking like, oh, he's not supposed to do this. It doesn't go with the script. Like, he's meant to go all out attack now, and the Tottenham are supposed to lose. Why is he doing that? It was kind of like they felt awkward directly praising that tactical thing, but it did feel like Ange did stuff in that game which felt far more, the word pragmatic, right? That we always use now.
Yeah, definitely.
Pragmatic. Not chasing.
Can I interrupt you just to announce that United are losing 3-2 now?
Yeah.
Did you see that before?
Yeah, I think just
right.
you, George,
I'm
we were
sorry,
just
I'm
laughing
late to the
about it.
party. But you can say that as many times as you like. It still sounds quite easy.
They're out,
Sorry,
aren't they?
Jim.
They're finished. I've read that all the Lyon players were like off the bench or something. No, it's half time and extra time.
Half-time.
Right.
Half time, yeah. And
Ah.
Lazio are 3-0 up.
Leon are a man down, so it is nowhere near over.
No.
Oh, Lyon are
well.
down to 10 men. Oh my word.
They've been down to 10 men now.
Is there
When
any? Is there any information on whether we'd be home or away in the first and the semi? Has that been decided?
Good question. Anyone in the comments know? Let us know if you know if we're going to be home or away first and semi-final. That's decided, or if we have to wait. And when do we have to wait
You're
to?
right.
We should be providing this information, but we're too excited and we're sat on here talking, so we can't. What did you make of the subs as well, guys? It was obviously the Madison one was logical. You lose Madison, you bring in
Fired,
Kulusevski. But Spence, like, do you expect a change? I expected Spence to come on like the 60th minute, and it didn't happen.
Doggy was playing so well, though.
He was.
Yeah, he was playing so well. And then, yeah, the Spence thing's getting funny because it's funny how you go, oh, we don't win if we don't play Spence, but the last game Spence played, we lost. We got smashed, and then we just go out here. So one player doesn't make a difference across the whole team. It's 11 players out there, and 11 players today showed up in Germany and just made every fan so proud. If you can't be proud of that performance and happy for the team and happy for the club, then I don't actually think you're probably a Tottenham fan, to be honest. And that's not a shame. You don't have to be a Tottenham fan. There's plenty of other clubs to support. But if you're not happy for the team when they win, then
Yeah, it's the home first leg, apparently. Why did we get the home first leg again?
I don't know. It's a home first leg, and the first game is in May 1st. So we've got a few weeks to prep for that and watch predictably half-hearted efforts in the league until then.
This is the thing that we go in this cycle of like, the league doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. And then we lose, and it's like, everyone just loses their cool and just goes nuts. Like, you should have played your best 11. They've got plenty of time to recover. But I think Forest's funny one, though, because you have got till Monday, which is a little bit better. But I imagine he'll drop Van de Ven. He will not drop. Rest Van de Ven.
yeah.
Start Spence. Maybe start Danso. Like, do you give Romero? I think you've got to give Romero
Why not?
game off.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, get more players minutes. Just think, what if someone gets injured before that game and we need to play them? So we might as well give them minutes at this stage. And it's before I say my next point, let's just tell Jim address the super chat.
Yeah, holy. This guy's
Simon,
is genuinely the best gambler of all time, apparently.
Did we check though if Simon's donating to us in the dollars where it's like 99p is not? It was still really grateful.
Oh well, on paper.
I think not, because it's red, which must mean it's good. Thank you so much, Simon. Legend,
Thank you,
mate.
Simon.
Legend. I'm hoping you put some money on that performance going the way it did as well. And we are sharing the spoils with you collectively, not alone. But yeah.
Oh, Lyon got a penalty?
Oh, Lyon got a penalty.
Oh, Penta
Oh,
Leon.
please. This is just what nights are made. This is what dreams are made of. Man, you. Oh, penalty, Leon. This is so funny. Oh,
I've got a question. What?
Penta Leon.
Because we've now been in
Simon,
two
you mentioned.
semi-finals this year, two semi-finals, which is rare for any club.
Yeah.
What position on the table would it make this season good in everyone's eyes in the Premier League? If we were 10th, would we have had a great season this year, being in two semi-finals?
I wouldn't say great. Well, if you win a
great's the wrong
trophy,
word.
Yeah.
if you win a trophy, and I'd say, given the context of where we were and what's happened, it was a great outcome for a season. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Or yeah, rather than like, because I think a great season is top 6 and a trophy.
Yeah. Great's the wrong
That's
word,
like
but
great. Like that's amazing. Whereas
Mm.
good is like just finishing in the top 6 and being like, we were solid. And yeah, I guess.
I think we need to get to at least the final, to be honest, to sort of get our heads around the shocking league. You know,
Deej is doing that. What's happened, Deej? We're
You
over
wanna
to our
score
reporter
this
now.
win?
you're a few seconds ahead of me.
So
I'm just nice. Oh,
does this mean
there's
all the
Oh, and
media
Bodo
attention.
have equalized, apparently.
Oh, wow! Didn't expect that.
But guys, back to Spurs a sec. Man of the match. I know one of you's going to say the team. You can't say the team.
Scott, there's I don't know. There's everyone played great, but I do think there's still an obvious answer. I think it's got to be Romero. I think there were just so many attacks that he just shut down by like being our only front foot defender. There were he made the penalty that with a perfect ball to Madison. He picked out several other passes that were line breaking that we didn't capitalize off of, but that's nothing away from him. I feel like, with the exception of like the 95th minute tackle that got pulled back after about a minute of advantage.
Yeah,
I think that
what the hell was that?
He was also shocking tonight. By the way, I don't want to complain about it because we won, but how in the world do you not give that as a penalty on the field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a terrible decision, wasn't it? That's the team. That's just how you say the team was man of the match by saying
smart, Howard.
Yeah.
Smart man. Bypassing the.
I also
rules there.
do, and 17 Stu has a good point. I do think Udogie also had a fantastic match. He is looking like he's getting back up to speed. And yeah.
It's interesting. How have we ended up with that? Arguably our 2 best players being left backs at the moment in form, like 2 of our 3 best players. So because at the start of the game it was like, okay, we're not starting our strongest left back, but based on that game, it's pretty neck and neck on that performance, right? It's not an easy call at all to put you. I guess you pick Spence when Son's playing because, like we said before, the overlap they overlap really nicely because Spence plays on his right foot and Son on his left. But when it's Tell, maybe Udogie is a better partner for him. What did you make of Tell's performance, boy, Johnny?
I really enjoyed it.
Go on,
sorry, you say Johnny.
No, you go.
You go.
No, I thought he was really solid. I just think he obviously had that one shot in the first half. He looks to make things happen. I think it was a bit. He didn't really have clear-cut opportunities, but I thought he was very, very positive. I just think, I don't know, like I think maybe at times his inexperience showed a little bit, like that. Just a few times when he maybe could have made earlier deliveries, or he checked back inside and just gave the defenders a little bit of extra time to block him and stuff. But you know, I can't remember who it was on the WhatsApp earlier. Was just absolutely nailing everything on him having a blinder, and it wouldn't go that far, but he did his job. It looks like Man United are getting a penalty, by the way.
Yeah.
What a chaotic game!
Yeah. No, I mean, there were no poor performances. Like you're talking about the defense, even like Porro was like really, really solid tonight as well. Like, I mean, any time when Frankfurt were going forward, you know, like we're probably all of us were sitting on our hands and we're just like you know, really finding it difficult. My father sent me a text at halftime saying like squeeze your sphincter closed, like, and it was kind of like, see, that's
What a grim word.
shout out the old man there. It's amazing vocabulary, but you know, it was total squeaky bum. It was hard, but like, I was just waiting for somebody. It's like, do you remember in the semi-final against Ajax in second leg and Lamella, and right at the death after we got our third goal, he did something really stupid, tried to play the ball out or something to give away a free kick or something like that. And it's like, I was just waiting for something like that to happen because good things don't happen to Tottenham, but we managed to, like, everybody was good. So it was, yeah.
I really enjoyed Tal's performance. There was nothing super spectacular. The shot was good, but it's just that he wanted to try stuff. It's just, you want to see that sort of thing. But man of the match, I think it's really hard. I would probably lean to a doggy. I think just across the board, I think he was great. But I do think that was Brennan Johnson's best game too. There was a moment, was it the first half, where he carried the ball and put it on the penalty spot for Tal.
He did that.
Like, it was so been waiting to see that. Yeah, and so much power and pace too. I guess there was space there for him to run into, which he likes, but he was good defensively. Yeah, I thought Johnson was good as well. So hopefully he gets some credit was deserved there.
And Ross, good to see you again with your comment. Yes, they do have 5 minutes to score, Ross. In the last 5 minutes or so, we normally bring on a member. So Ross, do you want to come on at the end? You're around? You can come on at the end if you're around and you fancy it. Nick, welcome to being a member. Legend. We'll keep the members only content coming.
Nick.
And if you're not a member, fine, but you should be. And man of the match goes to Team Chem. Agree, but we can't use that one. Just went straight in. Ignore my rules. And other players though, Slanky really needed that goal, didn't he? Felt like he's did you see Ange being like Dom when Tel picked up the ball, and it was quite nice to see Tel let him have it and then jump on his back and celebrate with him when he scored it and not be petulant about it.
Do you think Tel was doing one of those things where he just takes the heat for all them trying to get in his head and then last second gives it across? But teams do that a lot, where they'll stand there with the ball and then last second give it to someone else, so they don't have to have someone trying to put them off. So that's the vibe I was getting from the situation. I would have thought it would have been hilarious if Johnson took the penalty though. That would have just been the story would have been great.
Oh my god, can you imagine? I love the thing I loved as well, like when we scored the pen, like Richarlison on the sideline, he was absolutely pumped. Like, it was, when you watch a game like the Wolves match of the weekend, and it's just this shambolic disarray of players who don't seem to give a damn about anything, and then you've got this ridiculous contrast. A few days later, it's just really, it's brilliant to see that. I mean, I love Richarlison's passion and the. He's, well, as long as he stays fit, to have him as an option. Like, I mean, there were players, obviously, Odegaard didn't come on, as well as Spence and Richarlison. So we've finally got now options, and Ange is seemingly reluctant to make the changes. He's happy with what was happening on the pitch, but it's good at, like, remember what it was like kind of Christmas time, January, what our bench was like then. It's like, all these players, sorry, I need to start learning about the youth team, because it's great now. Fingers crossed we can get through.
It's funny how when things are going well as well, the talk of like, didn't play Mikey Moore, that all goes kind of quiet as well, isn't it? And
I'm curious where he is though.
I think the commentary's been that he's there was some he had that virus and that kind of set him back a bit, didn't it?
Yeah,
and he came back, but then that kind of timed with Odegaard limping back from his injury, I think, and that's kind of maybe just knocked his position back in the squad. And I don't think if it wasn't for the injury crisis, I don't think Mikey Moore would have done anything more than the odd 10-minute, like maybe 1 or 2 5-minute cameos this season.
Yeah.
Like he was seen as not quite physically there yet.
I think tactically he's not there either when he played. Amazing on the ball and super talented, but he's 17. Like, the guy needs time to sort of learn football.
Yeah. It's like very rare that a 17-year-old is ready to play in the Premier League on a consistent basis. And like Ange, I think, said loads of times, like, it's not necessarily the best thing for their bodies as well to be like just thrown into that. You got to let people, like, the guy's at an age where he might still be getting taller. Like, he might not have finished growing. Is that
Are you
right?
watching the game, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fernandez. Oh
Nothing.
my god. Fernandez blazed a shot just wide of the top right. It was a bit further wide than I thought, but oh my god. But 2 minutes to go. And the other game is also heading, or the other game's heading for penalties. United are, they've got the ubiquitous crying Man United child in the frame, which I just laughed at callously. I'm sorry. Poor kid. It's a nervous reaction because it could have easily been me. Oh, sorry. Keep going. I'll just do my what you call it, cami in the background, commenting on what's happening in the other.
Are we 8 semi-finals in 9 years?
I think this is, which is a little bit. It does a little. That's the one thing that I if we had lost today, I know that comment about us not making many semifinals would have blown up in Ange's face more than it will because we won, and no one cares because we won. But like, we do
even
make
that's the
semifinals. We just don't win.
But isn't that a point though? Because people hate this club for not giving us something to cheer for.
Oh my god!
And what more can we do than? What more can sort of the hierarchy do than? We're in semi-finals. Like I don't know what clubs don't get this. Sunderland. What are Sunderland fans doing? We don't get these things to happen. Like let's just be happy about it. And I'm so excited, so excited. I don't care what happens against Forest either.
No, that's the Forest game is going to be interesting. And Man United have equalised.
Yep.
Yeah.
So does that mean they're through? This is chaos.
No.
Penalties. Oh my word! The jeopardy. Hey, this tonight just feels like old school football's back. Like,
yeah.
Plus VAR tried to ruin it, but actually, VAR saved us because without that, we'd have just been livid tonight over a penalty we should have had, and we'd probably be in extra time right now going to penalties ourselves. But yeah, actually, there were probably. I know they had more chance at the end today, but I did feel we had 2 or 3 maybe headers that we probably really should have scored tonight.
Yeah,
and we gave away. We stopped
Romero, Bentancur.
Yeah, we stopped too. Like at the end, we weren't trying to.
Oh, United scored 7-6
again.
Is it
5-4?
Is it 5-4?
It might be.
No. Joking me.
Harry Maguire.
Seriously?
Maguire. What on earth is going on?
We've got United's number. Let's draw them. Let's both.
My word!
How
can you imagine if we play United in the final? It's going to be
3 times in a year. Wouldn't that be great as well?
Oh,
do the treble over them.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
We've turned into commentating. Let's just straight commentate.
Yeah.
United.
Yeah, let's go. Jeez, yeah, but what a night.
That's an amazing
mental night of football. Yeah. Wow, what a night of football this has been. But hey, it's nice to be the sensible team that can win a game 1-0 for once and not be Man United having to go through 5-4 in chaos. As much as I loved those crazy games we've had, it's been quite nice to see like the whole game just felt like it was a plan that was coming off and being calmly executed.
That's just a. Can't believe that.
What? You guys are just. We're in the semi-final, and you're more concerned about Man United.
No, I'm not. I'm not worried.
Beating Leon.
I'm not worried about it.
Just would have been funny.
Hot clubs.
Just a good goal.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Try and get Bodo.
It's just funny that it's Harry Maguire of all people.
Oh, crazy, isn't it? Yeah, is he out of contract as well this season, isn't he? Yeah. Anyway, who would you if we make to the final? I know we can't choose because I think we can't play Man United in the semi, can we?
No, we're playing the winner of Lazio Bodo Glimt.
That's it. So
yeah.
But out of all the teams in the competition, you'd least like to and most like to play in the final, you'd probably have taken Glimt as.
Well, they'd be the semi-final.
Yeah, but I'm saying hypothetically, who's the teams that you? I guess weirdly, Man United's the one I least want to face because I just feel they know how to win this stuff. Like they're just a team that I just like.
I mean, you got to see Bilbao because it's their home ground as well. You know.
You want to avoid them. Yeah,
well,
true.
I don't know a whole lot about them to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just bring on. Yeah. So, boys, let me just send this to Ross. Get 1+5. There we go. Yeah. So it's not much. It feels weird that the game is so calm. There's not much else to say. In a weird way.
I mean, you can talk about, but I mean, we probably should have scored more again, which I'm fine saying because we won, but hopefully we don't say that after a loss, because I do think we are getting into better chance creation. I just wish we would do it in open play now, because I think a lot of our best chances have come from either corners or Tell deciding he just kind of wants to shoot the ball, which I'm fine with. He very clearly has a.
It is kind of it's getting there in open play, but it's not frequent enough, is it?
Yeah.
It's like we're seeing better build up. Like you're seeing the build ups getting there, and it gets to the final third, and it always just feels like that last delivery isn't quite right.
It's still a little bit slow as well in getting the ball in. I mean, like you've seen us when we're really flowing early in the season and proper Ange ball. It's like you got that whole the wingers coming down and getting the ball across early for the other winger, and it's just we haven't really seen that. But it wasn't going to be like that tonight anyway, was it? I mean, it was like it had to be a more gritty performance, and we had to be, especially once we went ahead. I think we had to be a bit more cautious, but it doesn't matter. We're through anyway. And Jack Leach won not out.
Jack Leach, he's in. Jack Leach is in.
He's got that on. He's got that on in honor of our Australian.
Oh, I guess, guys, a good question here is: has that victory? But I think if we'd gone out tonight and then lost to Forest, I think there'd be a world in which we have Ryan Mason in the dugout.
Yeah.
Has that made all the league performances irrelevant up until the next Europa League game?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of been the case for a while, though. I think it's always been the league doesn't unless we're like, in 17th with like a 3-point gap to 18th. Then we're talking then league performances start to matter. But until we get to that point, I think that it's more of I think that we're really just kind of waiting till the next Europa League game. I think it's kind of how it's been before this game, because before this game, if we had lost, the league would have mattered a lot, and if we won, then it doesn't, and it's going to be the same for the next.
Well, Ross,
played whoever we play, depending on the outcome of this penalty shootout.
I think Ross felt different. He was scratching his head, going, I don't know about that, Deej.
No, it wasn't what he was saying. Bless him. It was. That's exactly how I sound. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for inviting me on. Just taking
what you looking at, Par? What you looking at? Well, you just shut on the floor. What do you think I'm looking at? What you looking at? Did nothing wrong, did I? Sorry, go on. I didn't know I'm going a massive tangent.
You'll be in bed by now, but no, I'll join the lads, have a laugh. No, get a mick taken out of me. Love you too, Jim. It would have been interesting if we got knocked out, but that was very reminiscent of the game against AC Milan in the Champions League under Redknapp, the second leg when we hung on a bit, but as a great performance. And Vicario, after the criticism he got at the weekend as well. Yeah. So I think he was culpable for the goals, wasn't he? So he bounced back lovingly. Lovingly. And we owe Man City a favour as well, because they took Marmouche off them. So that would have been, I don't know if that would, I think that would have been a bit different tonight if he played, if he was still at Stuttgart, Frankfurt. I've got my German teams mixed up. See what you've done to me, Jim. But yeah, it would have been a different story, I think, if Mr. Marmouche had been there.
Yeah. So there you have it, Deej. You're wrong.
I didn't say he was wrong.
That's what he said. He texted me on the side as well, and he was like, "Put me on next. I need to take down this mug."
When me and DJ set up our own Football Manager podcast and wipe you out, that's your own fault, right?
Don't. I'm running with you guys. The sky is falling. Welcome to becoming a member. I don't know if anyone's told you this. You look quite like a raccoon. That's a terrible thing. Peter, good to see you.
You're on one tonight, aren't you?
Like I've actually. Oh, that's not even going to say because it annoys you. But I'm going to say I decided to not have any beer tonight watching the football for a change, and I don't know why. Maybe it's making me find it. Yeah, maybe this is just sober me. You haven't met it before. Yeah, that's why I'm better drinking clearly. But yeah, so your man of the match, Ross. Anyway, you didn't get to answer that earlier.
Bergvall, because I think his balls grew tonight. You know that when we beat Man City and Poch came in and did the old, that was Bergvall tonight. I think he's grown up so much since the beginning of the season. I mean, I was a bit worried that he'd be a bit flaky, but wow, he looked immense tonight. And the positions he was taking up, especially in the last 10, 15 minutes. It's just the maturity of the lad. It's just immense. But you could pick any of them, to be honest with you. I mean, Solanke ran his nuts off again. But it was a great performance. Great performance.
It just felt cohesive, on plan, sensible. We played a back five. Everything that we don't do, we did. Like, everything we say we should have been doing before we did, and I just think it felt so relieving that we needed that so much. I think even the most stoic supporters of this project reached a point after that last defeat, and I think Johnny, you and I kind of reached there as well, and Joe, where we were like, you get to the ultimately, I do support Spurs, not the manager at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah,
so there'll be another
I'm
one. Time goes on, you're like, back, baby, I'm back.
I'm so weak. I wavered.
All he did was fart in my direction, and I'm back on board. On Sky, new member. As you remember, join the WhatsApp group as well. You'll see a link to it in the member details bit as well. Good to chat to you in there. Welcome, Sky. Fizzy, I think I owe you a response to an email, by the way. You know, when you just like mark an email unread and you're like, I'm going to get back to that tomorrow, and you snooze it. I think I've been endlessly snoozing this email for about 2.5 months, just because I plan on doing it in the morning and then I end up having to cook breakfast for my son or something, and it just never ends up happening. And Van de Ven, good to see him, his hamstrings making it through 90 minutes again. And not him coming off in the 70th minute in caution. Because when Danso was warming up, I was like, that's Van de Ven off. I couldn't quite believe it. But he stayed on. Yeah. And his running looks a bit different. He looks a bit less sideways footed when he's running. It's like they bent his feet straight again. And then you run like this. And he's like, my hamstrings work now. That's brilliant. And he's...
What's with the Southern American?
I was going to say, he sounds a bit like sort of like Ross. Doesn't he?
It was Romero saying it to him. That's what it was.
Anyway, any more comments about the game, guys, or are we just wrapping
busy
up?
watching this penalty shootout?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stay on to the end of that.
I don't have it on the blooming TV. I'm watching it on a website.
Yeah,
What was
1-1
that,
after
Johnny?
2 shots.
It's 1-1.
Both have missed one.
Oh, have they?
Yes.
This
Both
Man
have
United
had
one.
one saved. Man United's done. Yeah, they've moved on.
There's another one missed. Is there another one just missed?
Yeah. Unless. It's 2-1 Bodo now.
Yeah.
They've taken the first of the two. In the thing, unless you're ahead of me.
Oh, so we need to see who we're going to play. So this is important.
Yes, that's why I think
we
should
can't
wait.
shut down until we have seen that.
Man U Athletic Bilbao will be a good semi, I think. I know it is a semi-final, but I think that'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got the Williams brothers, haven't they?
They
Nico
do.
and
Oh, yeah.
who's the other one?
Yaki.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Interesting game.
Oof, this is. Thank
Thank
God
you,
we didn't
Cole,
have to
it's
do
good to
this.
go.
I don't like watching penalty shootouts.
I enjoy them when it's not us.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Man United made it through. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, they missed again.
Yeah.
Ooh, we
Lazio
just sent it wide.
Who Lazio missed again?
Lazio, yeah.
Come
Did I say that before you saw it?
Yeah.
Teach, for the benefit of people that cannot see a thing, can you tell us like how many each side have taken and
Both
what
have
the
taken
score
3.
is?
Bodo Glimt
Okay.
is currently winning 2-1.
Okay, Grant.
Do you know why I want Glimt? Because I don't know anything about the team. But when you Google Glimt, they don't even have the badge come up.
No way.
The only
So-
thing I know about them is they
They're going to beat us now. I'm just going to get clipped up by a Glimt fan. I'm going to be like a rat mug.
I think it was Roma they beat in the Europa League.
Someone
Right.
mentioned they have an artificial
Oh.
pitch.
That's right.
Is that?
Yeah.
Would make sense given their location.
Yeah.
I mean, if you Google the Glimt Stadium, it is a little bit. It's going to sound really bad. It's a little bit
Say
League
it.
One. It's a little bit League One.
At least the atmosphere can't get too loud. There's just physically not enough people can fit in there.
But it would be one of those games where none of our players can string a pass together because they're on some horrible, tiny AstroTurf pitch. And yeah, it's just not what they're used to.
I did watch something about them the other day. I just can't remember where, but it was the history of the club because they were quite big years ago. I mean, I'm talking about, well, Bodo, I think was, and they joined up with the other team, hence why they called Bodo Glimt. But
And they beat Ange with Celtic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't
Start
make
of,
it to the semi-final if you're a rubbish team.
Yes, correct.
So they are obviously.
They knock out in the round of 16. I don't remember.
I thought Stu Howard. That's why I've got that getting that scary
Is
vibes.
it Olympiacos, maybe?
Might
they
be it.
they beat Olympiacos, and before that they beat Twente.
Is it over now? Have they won? They're going through.
They're about to take their
Final
the-
penalty?
potentially decisive penalty. If it might be over for you.
Yeah, it happens in Australia first. Just the time difference. We just get.
Yeah.
10 hours ago.
Yeah.
Joe, what's the lottery numbers?
Yeah.
7. Start with 7. That's what I would go with.
Oh
Just for
my
fun.
god, they skied
Guys,
it.
Oh,
No,
that's fine.
I'm reacting to nothing. I don't know why.
Glimt missed the penalty. I want Lazio to go through now. I'm scared of Glimt. I don't
No.
like them. I
That's
don't
Why?
like,
up, Jim.
I don't like them
Jim.
because they've got AstroTurf pitch and
Oh,
it reminds me of like a
bloody hell.
PTSD of Tamworth and Coventry.
We still won.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
And we
I
won
want to.
most of those games.
No,
Yeah,
we-
but they're like a better Tamworth. They're like Tamworth with an accent.
Yeah, just so we're Lazio.
give us your
Lazio
best
are also a
Norwegian
better
accent, Jim.
Tamworth.
Really scary. Don't like it.
Oh, God.
Don't like
Alabama Norwegians, Jim.
So, DJ,
Yeah.
are Roma about to come up and take their 5th kick? To
Lazio are about
equalise?
to take their 5th to
Oh,
send
sorry,
it to
let's-
sudden death.
Yeah.
Sean's home. Finally home, Sean. Come on, bring us some good luck. Come on. I want Lazio to win.
Oh, Lazio
Oh, they
missed.
missed.
What? Yes! We're talking about these other games. It's crazy.
Lazio have missed now. Oh my god, what's going on? The Nordic
they through?
Tamworth.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Nordic
Bodo
Tamworth.
won that.
Bodo are through, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bodo are
They're
through,
through.
yes.
Oh,
God.
do you know what we should do? We should because we're so fucking like, massive football club. We just push a button and our pitch turns into the AstroTurf one.
Oh, yeah, we
can
can do
practice
that.
on
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
We can
Yeah.
practice on
Actually, that would be beneficial for them. What are you talking about, Jim?
We're so
Yeah.
big. We should get helicopters, fly their stadium into ours, drop it, push the button, and just crush their stadium. Let's turn it into a grinder. That's how big we are. We're massive.
We'll loan
Massive.
them a real pitch for a game.
Yeah, that's how
That's what
big we are. Yeah. Glimt.
Chelsea lost at home too, by the way.
They did.
Just so
to
everyone knows.
They still went through, though.
Legia
so-
Warsaw?
Yeah, they still lost at home.
They're not in good form, Chelsea. Aside from beating us, of course, they're not in good form. Are they? They lost at home, then they only drew to Ipswich, and then they drew to Brentford, and then they obviously beat us, and they lost to Arsenal, and they only scraped through against Copenhagen. Yeah, they haven't been. They've been. The good things, the Maresca forms marrying up with happened in the Championship, where as the season gets past the second half, they start to stutter, and he's starting. Their fans don't like him very much either. I was
There's-
reading that a lot of
No,
them
they're
protesting
turning
about
against
him.
him.
Yeah,
Few facts on
Chelsea
Bodo here for you.
fans turning against their
The,
fans.
the size of the town Bodo is smaller than the capacity of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadiums. 55,000 people live there, and it's 16 hours drive north of Oslo. It's in the Arctic Circle,
Oh my
and
God.
What's
The-
the,
the,
sunlight like at the moment there? I've got
it'll
full
be really
sunlight
light,
all the
won't
time.
it? Yeah, 8,270 capacity. So that's not gonna. You need a few loyalty points to get tickets for that game.
you could feed the whole city on what Chick King puts through on a match day. If we don't win,
Yeah,
that is
That's
not
a great
good.
idea.
Yeah. Wow. I reckon if we looked it up, I reckon Chick King sells more chicken than the whole of Glimt combined.
How will we know?
Sells chicken.
Like I
what you
reckon
mean?
Chick. If you do you because you're obviously a little bit further away, even though you live in the UK. But Chick King is that myth?
Yeah, I know what it is because
you know
no,
the famous Chick King. That
yeah, I've been
legend.
to a few
That
before.
does cross the. That does, yes.
But you've been to the Tottenham Chick King.
No, I didn't actually go into that one.
No.
Just walk past it. I don't know
Yeah.
where it is.
Yeah. Okay, but I reckon that one shop sells more chicken than the whole of Clint does in every supermarket combined. Someone going to stat check me. If we were like big like the
How many
BBC, I'd
chickens
love to
did
have
Bodo-
someone furiously
Bodo
fact
eat
check
per
me.
year?
I think both. They probably sell a lot of fish, if I had to guess. I feel like that's probably the meat of choice there, probably for lack of other options.
And Poro will need 6 pairs of gloves. So why am I doing accents today? He will need
Oh, no.
many pairs of gloves. You can get heated gloves with batteries in. Have you seen these? I tried to get them for.
Oh yeah.
They're quite expensive though. Like £100 for a good pair. Not worth it. I would have cold fingers. But yeah, so we got Glimt. We're playing home first.
Home first.
Probably
First of
need
May.
you probably to feel assured. You probably need a 2-goal lead.
I said that the last
You
time.
need a 3-goal lead to feel assured. You need a 2-goal lead to feel good. You need a 1-goal lead to feel okay.
And the
Depends
game
who you're
is
playing. Not
Yeah.
against Liverpool. 1-0 was never going to be enough against them.
actually is 2-0 comfortable against is anyone? Would you feel comfortable?
No, not for Tottenham.
It's a
Definitely not.
classic scoreline of being uncomfortable at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-0, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of those
Yeah, I
ones.
think
where
I think to really feel good, you've got to win by 3 in the home leg, which I don't think we'll do. But
Here's
I think
another
that's-
little fact from Wikipedia. Sorry. Glimt is known for its yellow kits and the huge yellow toothbrushes that its supporters carry to matches.
Why do they like Glimt yellow
Brush the pitch, innit?
yellow toothbrushes?
It's a supporter
We're
symbol from
brushing
the
our
1970s,
teeth.
obviously.
We're brushing our teeth. Okay, yeah, Glint. Don't forget
That's
your giant yellow
class.
toothbrush, the story symbol of Celtic's rivals. Bodo Glimt, Celtic's rivals.
What did Celtic do to upset them?
I don't know. Oh, so apparently you can fend them by throwing regular size toothbrushes at them. This is going to be an absolutely bizarre. It's going to be so weird when a player goes to take a corner and just loads of yellow
Yeah.
toothbrushes are being lobbed at them.
Yeah.
It's one giant one.
It's brilliant.
Toothbrushes because they have to travel so far for away matches. I don't know if that's a joke or not.
I don't explain.
You go pack your bags.
Oh dear, yeah.
Have a night
Don't
trip,
forget your
I guess.
toothbrush.
Hisu! Good to see you. We are going to play against Glint. We should do an away.
Do we have an
game,
expert,
guys.
Bodo Glimt expert of who's watched them play before?
Oh, that is a challenge. I will
Yes.
find.
I'll send you a link to a video about them this week that I saw, Jim, and then we'll both be experts.
All right, send it. We'll know all about Glimt.
And if it's
And
got
I think
adult
after watching that
content,
video, we probably will be the leading experts on Glimt / Tottenham Hotspur.
we will.
I can't imagine that Venn diagram is massive.
Bilbao Tottenham final. I will find a half Glint, half Spurs fan. There will be one.
Oh yeah. Eric Torsfit and all that.
Well, look, think if they've got a town of
Stephanie.
50,000 people, the odds are
One of them had
probably, let's say, a few hundred support a Premier League team. The odds are probably one of those few hundred might be Spurs.
Generally, when
Bound to be.
there's international,
started.
if you're a fan of football, you support a Premier League team when you're overseas.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
speaking from someone overseas, so I assume all of them would support some Premier League team. It's just so big.
Yeah, so there you go. And we're massive. I'm still now really behind the idea that we just turn we just get rid of the revolving pitch and just turn it into a meat grinder and just drop other football clubs into it. Just start eating them all. Because we're Tottenham.
Have you started your Easter eggs early?
Too much sugar, you think?
Yeah.
Not enough beer, too much sugar, Jim.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna sleep tonight. God.
Talking of which, do we wrap
What
up
time?
on a happy note? 11 o'clock. Everyone gets some nice sleep.
That's brilliant.
I'm
I
just
got-
looking at the Elite Syrians. Elite Syrian, I think is what their league is called, and their league just started obviously because they're in the Arctic Circle, so you can't really play football when you're covered.
Because there's no undersoil heating apparently on their artificial pitch. So yeah.
Baba Dabba, can you come on? You're not Glimp fan,
Oh,
but
Are you a
are.
Bodo
dabba
fan?
dabba.
And you can do Norwegian accents for us too. That'd be helpful. So we don't have to do them
Now
ourselves.
leave that to Jim. He's gone covered.
It just came off a 3-0 victory over a side called Hamcam that I've never heard of, which is short for something, but I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I don't. Yeah,
No, you.
there are too many letters in an unconventional order that I'm scared. I have a hard enough time saying Ange versus Ange. I'm not going to go for this word.
They've recently had an 8-0 win against Instradens in the NM Cup.
Right.
I don't think anyone's. I saw a comment in the chat saying that we're sort of taking them lightly. I don't think anyone's taking them lightly. I think we're just having a bit of fun. I think can't enjoy the moment and DJ mentioned we'd only be happy if we're winning 3-0 at half time. So that sort of proves that we're not taking them lightly.
Man, you beat them 3-2 back earlier in the season. So there's hope.
I think they went 2-0 down though. If I remember correctly. I think Glimt were leading for a.
They went 2-1 down. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're tricky. They're going to be a tricky tie.
They're definitely a tricky side.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're one of the ones that kind of like you think you've made it to the final now because you're like, it's just Glimt, and they're the classic team that in the past we go out against and we're like, this club's got no bottle, this club's got no backbone, and all that kind of stuff starts.
Kind of like Ajax. Like no offense to Ajax when we had to pull off probably the best moment I'll ever see live, like watching my team play. Because we all it was Liverpool, Barcelona, us, and Ajax, and we were like, it's only Ajax, and then we lose the home leg, and then we go down.
Holly's Hotspurs. How are you, Holly?
Hey.
Do you remember that night, Johnny? We were going out celebrating off.
Yes.
Did we beat Chelsea? What happened?
No.
We'd won and Chelsea had lost. And we bumped into Holly in the pub.
That's right, and the Blue Coats.
That was it. The Blue Coats, yeah. That was a fun night. That was a good one.
Yeah.
You mean Sean Cannon was there as well, wasn't he?
That's right, yeah.
Anyway, we reminisce. So we got just quickly checking our fixtures real quick. Tottenham fixtures.
We have
Forest
and Liverpool.
Forest on Monday. Oh,
then I think it's
how heavy does he rotate on Monday?
Photo. I don't think. I think depending on player health, I don't think there's a massive need to rotate since we have our next game is a few it's not till May 1st, so we have a bit of time. And I think the most important thing here is to get players into form, which would to me suggest that unless that you're going to want to play players that are going to play, especially in this game.
Yeah. I think you pay your strongest team and you bring players off on the 70th minute, like that you want to rest for that game. I wouldn't be dropping anyone. And spoken loads about. I think our biggest problem is cohesion, and by resting players and rotating too heavily, you just make that problem worse. So, yeah,
we do have an away game to West Ham between the two matches. That's currently on Saturday the 3rd, but will probably get moved. I would guess.
Yeah, that definitely get moved now. Yeah.
One would hope.
And the Palace game will be moved as well after the second leg.
Yes.
Which is something I need to.
Sunday.
I'm going to lose money on flights that I've already bought, which is annoying.
Such
is life. Yeah, it is, but I'll take the.
Would you rather Tottenham not be in the semi-final of the Europa League?
No, I wouldn't be, actually. Come and mention it.
Johnny, you're going to Forest, Monday?
That's the plan. Yeah. And you are too. Yeah.
That's the plan, yeah. So I'm going to drive down to that one. And if anyone watching this goes to the games as well, we always meet up in the South Stand by the goal line bar, and we meet up with listeners of the pod, members. So if you're around, you want to have a hello and a pint with us or something, or whatever you drink, a Bovril, we'll see you there. Well, if you want to know where it, what's that?
When is speaking of, when is the final? What's the date?
It's the 21st.
If we make it, I might have to come.
I was going to say the same thing.
I'll have to, not to the actual Tilpit Bow, but to London to, I don't know, just to get around the boys.
Yeah, it's the 21st, May 21st.
We were all smiling woo-rah, but we've been smiling for an hour and our cheeks hurt. So, yeah, we're kind of winding down now for bedtime. So
Some of us.
Well, DJ's winding up for his evening. We're winding down.
It's a public holiday here, long weekend.
Yes, 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
You have the same bank holidays, I'm assuming, in Australia as us, right? Pretty much.
No, because we have Australia Day, which you probably don't have. We did the Queen's birthday, though.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, King.
Well.
Hang on.
King's
What's
birthday.
happening now? I know, that's not important.
But yeah, so you probably get an extra one. But yeah, anyway, it's a 4-day weekend, which is going to be lovely. And then I got next Friday off as a company wellbeing day.
Ooh.
And then my childcare cancelled on me. So my day is going to be, I should actually smile and say it's a great day. I get to bond with my son, which is going to be brilliant. But I did definitely book a motorbike lesson that I was definitely not excited about. But I've now had to cancel again. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to smile for now. Anyway, should we get to bed? Tired. 11 o'clock.
Well, yeah.
another
Others of
thought
us
you
will
never
go
asked.
try to dig up any
Do another.
photo guilt footage I can find so that I can
Yeah, get those toothbrushes.
provide
sorted.
some information. Yeah.
We're wheeling Deej the scout out. Ross is also doing some scouting. Everyone's on it. We're going to get loads of info on Glint, and we're going to answer why do Glint throw toothbrushes at other clubs' fans, and why are they yellow,
Just really care about personal hygiene.
And why do they hate Celtic?
and why do they hate Celtic? All these questions we definitely know the answer to that we're just waiting to reveal to you on the next episode are coming, and maybe Budza, I forget your name's gone now, who's living in Norway. If you want to come on, tell us all about him. Come on.
Baba
Yeah.
Dabby.
One
Baba
day,
Dabba.
Soul Sniper, we see you all the time in the comments. You're a friend of the show. But you need to cheer up, mate. We won. We won. We're in the semi-final.
We did win.
Come on. Just get blindly happy and let Spurs crush your spirits later down the line. Just enjoy it until then.
Deferred. Yeah.
Defer the misery. Don't revel in it in the moment. That's the key.
Yeah.
Anyway, up the Spurs.
Come on, you
Up the Spurs.
Spurs.
Come on, boys.
Oh, bye. Greg just tuned in. Hi, Greg. Just my last comment. Bye, Greg.
Hi, Greg. Bye, Greg.
Bye,
See you, Greg.
Bye, Greg. Good to see
Bye,
you, mate.
Greg.
Good day, mate. Good
Have a
evening.
great day, Greg.
Have a great day, Greg.
Bye,
Let me do the
Greg.
screen, like-
See you in a couple of
Have a
minutes, Greg.
lovely dog. There you go.
Bye, Greg.